Just let us know if you can hear the audio. I'll just launch the. I forgot how to. Oh, there. I think we might have a screen now. You can see me. Nice one. Fresh out the shower head. Just get my chart going. So we're gonna look at pound CAD and Aussie US dollar. Pound CAD cleared down. Remove drawings. We've got a few people coming on now, so I think I'll make a start in a second. Probably put this on. It'll sound a bit better. Yo, Kieran. All good, mate. All good. We got a few in, so we'll make a start. It saves anyway to YouTube, so people can catch up. So let me get the screen shared. You see that screen, all right? Pound CAD. Anyone? Give us it. Yeah, nice one. Thank you. Good man. I'll probably get your name wrong. Aliou. French, that looks. Don't know. Anyway, Ali, I'm going to call you. It's easy. But well done. Profitable for months. Journaling. It's a game changer, mate. It's a game changer. You'll notice with me that I like to talk about the shit things about trading, because they're the things you need to master. Like, everyone else just talks about all the good stuff and like you're supposed to be able to just fucking magically do it, when it's there's no fucking way. Sorry about the language if anybody's is bothered. No, I'm not. So yeah, I just like you got to focus on the shitty bits of trading and get them nailed down, and that's what I like to do. Just be a realist. Anyway, let's have a look where CAD could. What I want to do on the streams is just look at points where if the market gets a move on at some point where the market could stop. So when you first start out in trading, you got your fibs, multiple fibs, multiple levels, multiple trend lines, multiple indicators, and it's just a mess. And honestly, when you're successful, you'll just look at your charts and you just have a straight line. That's just lines. That's it. And then you obviously use the other tools to assist your straight lines. So the streams aren't going to be for me to just pick out areas for people to trade from. Although the levels will more than likely work, but just to get an idea of where, if the market goes, where it is likely to come to a stop. So obviously this level on CAD, because that's the next. So lower time frame traders would generally pick that out as well, but after years and years of trying to take every level, so the real, when I actually had a realization of how the markets work, or how I can adapt to the markets, was because I was getting into mediocre setups, and then I would refuse to take a loss, so I'd be waiting for the next level, and then I'd be doubling up and just selling again, and then nearly all the time when the last confluence was arrived at, that's when the reversal happened. So I was just breaking even all the time, so I was getting into shit trades. The last level had saved me, and after doing it time and time again, because that's how it seems to go in trading, you just get nailed time after time after time, and don't know where to go. But then realization hits, and you're just like, why don't I just wait? Just don't do anything until the last level. And then I started doing that, and it literally just became incredible, because it was just like zero drawdown and massive moves, like hundreds of pips, rather than taking 30, 50 pips. Just wait, and if the scenario happens where all the levels getting breached, then when it finally comes to the last one, you're almost quids in. So it's very hard to do, because it's boring, and you're not taking trades. You're missing out all the shit. Now for weeks you could probably trade all these shit levels and have a decent hit rate, but then you're still going to pick up a few losses, and I just don't like losses being part of my game. So I just like to sit and wait for the strongest levels. Anyway, I said it'd be quick, and I just never shut up, do I? You can just tell I'm passionate about it, because I just fucking love it. Anyway, if we get past there, obviously this is if we get a huge move next week, all eyes on that one. And then we look at levels for a sell which were previous support. I prefer, if I'm looking for a sell, levels that were previous resistance. So I would favour this over this, and it's not always the case. Like I said, the significance of a level isn't how it looks. It's how price gets there. If that makes sense. So try and elaborate. If price is breaking confluence after confluence, and the last place within reason to take profit is here, then profit's going to be taken here. So if price does get all the way up here, after a strong move, it will reverse, because the next level is 180 pips away, and no good trader will let price go through all the confluences without taking profit, unless there's big fundamentals driving the market, when they'll just be adding positions to keep price going through the confluences. So if you check the markets and there's no real huge driver fundamentally, then the levels work. So pointed out a couple of potential levels. We've still got to breach this one, which we've not done, and then on the way back down, now it doesn't mean that I won't take a trade on pound CAD before here, a buy, you know, this is appealing, this level, because it's got an EMA there. So, and there might be a fib there as well. So let's take the fib. Let's check this one out. So breach the 30, the 23 a little bit, but what I like to do is just try different. So that was a 38. You know, there was a good move, good onto the 4 hour. The first time it come to the 38, there was a perfect pullback there. 200 pips. So at the moment, that was looking better to me than this. Although the 23 did give a reaction. So let's take it, this bottom one, up further and see what we get. So we got a 23. Perfect. And we go back down and we try it from here again. So I considered for a while, do I put stuff like this out on an open forum, because you know a lot of people guard this shit with their life, but I honestly, I guarantee, I know that people can be given every tool in the book, and they still won't be able to use it anyway, because it's if you can't journal and you can't control your emotions, then you're fucked anyway. So it doesn't matter what you put on the internet, technical analysis or your strategy or anything, it doesn't matter, because if people haven't got the right frame of mind or the right approach to the market, then they're not going to make money anyway. So it's irrelevant. So that 50 fib was perfect. So we got a couple of perfect moves here from fibs on the way up. So we got the 38 there. Not much information given really on that high, but that high is a perfect 50. 38 gave, 50 gave, 38 gave again. So you know, it might sound like it breaks every rule going, but the fib that suits best is that for me. You can only use all the information that you've got in a chart, so that's the best information. So that is a, you know, a zone of interest for me now. That key level. So for me, they're the strongest buy and strongest sell that's near on the chart. Oh yeah, lads, we got some private dating chat girls commenting on here. We must be doing something right. Fuck off. Block. Love the old technical analysis, don't they? These chat girls. Yeah, so that's it for me. That's my chart. Not interested in anything else. There's no point. If we break this during the week, then I'll reassess. I'll change my analysis. But I'm not interested in anything else. If we get a pullback from here, then this is where I target. Well, not. It's not actually. You've got a target there, because that's where a good trader will look. They'll if price comes down here, they're not going to risk losing out on profit if this level works. But then if this works, then this is, you know, almost guaranteed to work, because no good trader is going to allow price to get here without taking any profits. So you just got to flip your thinking, really. thinking about what would I do if I was in this trade with price moving towards this area now. I'd cash some. So if you're going to cash some, then you might as well buy some. So that's exactly how you think. That's that one done. What was the other one? What did I say? Let's go back through the chat. Aussie USD. Let's have a go. Just quick look at the weekly. Bang, couple of levels in. So, and don't fall into the trap of when price is driving. Say, oh, there's a wick here. I'm gonna trade that. It's bollocks. It's not a reversal. It's just a wick. Oh, you drop down to the daily, and it might appear this is the level. If this is fine, if you get another confluence with it, but then there could be a confluence of a 200 pip move into that level. That is an added confluence again, because people in the buys are going to be thinking, oh, what if price doesn't get past this? Let's cash some. So that's why I try to keep weekly levels as gold and daily levels as silver. So it might seem controversial, but I would keep a level in here, because although price drove higher, this is still a level. Again, same reasoning. If price comes up here, where are you going to look to take some profit? It's going to be here. And then I will bang another one there. So this is how I build. This is how I build like backup plans to all of my trades. Fib. Let's do the same thing again. So we closed around the 61. We'll carry it on just to see. So we had a 38 of 50. $38. 23 break and retest. So let's try this one anyway. So I've breached the 38, moved from the 50. So the 61 here, move, and try to breach it and then close below. 38. 38. See, that's how it's so subjective, because both of those you're getting good information from, but this is why you have to trade multi-confluences, and I'm not a fib trader. I trade from levels when fibs complement a level for me. So you could almost cheat really and say, well, there's a 50 fib here. This fib still gives me enough valid information, and that one does. But then you could also look at it and go, well, this was more sideways market. This is the down move. So what information do we get from that? We get the 50 pullback. Nothing much there because it's in between. Key is also to go and drop down the time frames. Sorry, I should have done that on the other. Just trying to rush a little bit because I talk so much. Because sometimes you just get these moves before on the lower time frame, so that you can see that these fibs are acting like key levels. That 23 break retests all the way. So if you take it down here, then the 23 worked first time, second time. 38 is acting as a level, so that's the fib I'm going to use. So a roundabout way, but we got that in the end. So now if we go to the daily, we can plot a level in there. It's backed up by a 50 fib. So if you get a strong move, then we go for it, break the 200 EMA. Not a massive trend line trader, but obviously they do work. So I'm just keeping it really simple. Trading is, why does the market move? Because the number of sellers will outnumber the buyers. So if the market drops down, so for the most amount of people to be focusing in one place to sell it, there's got to be a confluence that everybody can see. So like when I first started out, I'd be like putting trend lines here, you know, here, there, and everywhere, and then once I'd have like an EMA crossing something at a key level, a trend line that's been broke 30 times, but then because it worked on the 31st time, I think, well, that's still working. It's so intricate that nobody else is going to see it. There's only going to be you. So why is that going to reverse the market? So you just got to focus on the most obvious levels and areas in the markets, and that's why the market moves at these points. So if you're trying to be too clever, then you're just going to get shit on. So looking for a buy on this. Fib's going to be a pain in the ass here because of all these lows, but go there first. Nah, not really doing much for me, that. So this one, 50, between the 50 and the 61, and then it gives a good 38. So we get rid of the trend line because it's broken, and it just tricks you into thinking it's a good confluence when it isn't. So we got this level EMA coming in. So if price comes all the way back down here, then it's a good, and it's all about, some people want the action, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to pit your wits against the market a lot, there's a two confluence there. Take it, journal it, see if it works. Like put something in your journal, like 23 fib was broken on the way down, then broken on the way up. So I've took a buy on the third time price come to it, and then you can build up a picture of whether this sort of fib works. It's not, well, if you go historically, it is a level as well, but again, this level's been broken here, disregarded there, disregarded there. It might not have been disregarded if you go on the lower time frame. So you can see there's a break retest here. So there is some interaction with the level. So these are the sorts of things that if you're still learning about the markets, then take that, because you can journal it and you can learn about it. For me, I'd rather not bother, because I know this would definitely work, and there's a chance this might not work, so I'm not interested. But so for me to say this will definitely work, I want this smashed and a strong move into the level. So I'll give that a purple box. I'll give this a green. And that's that one done as well. So simple. I could have probably done that in, you know, a couple of minutes, and that's why I'm not bothered about trading 26, 27 pairs, because you're just picking out the obvious places, and that's it. You're moving on. Right, that's it for the charts. Let me get rid of that. So, hope that was helpful. Yeah, I will make these streams a bit longer, but I'm tired. I just want to chill out, get a takeaway, watch a bit of football, and then be ready to go in the morning. So I'll get the daily chart run through sent first thing in the morning. Be up around 7, 7:30, I think. Quiet day on the market, fundamental on the economic calendar tomorrow. Not much at all. So I'm expecting a fairly quiet day. So I'll get the charts in the morning. Cheers for jumping on, guys. Have a good one. Catch you later.